Greenjab.ie started catching up with Willie Casey down in Limerick. So how's it going, Willie?
Hi Stephen, how are you keeping well?
Not bad. So some good news for you this week, Willie. You're back on track.
Great news. Big relief, Stephen. I think when you're training all along, Stephen, and when your career is up in the air and you don't know what's happening, and you're not putting everything into your training because you always have this little weight in your chest. But now I says I can relax now. I can enjoy my training now again, and I can do what I want to do best, and that's training and boxing. It's just huge relief just gone off my chest now. The fact that I have a new promoter and manager now, Gary Hyde, and he's willing to come in, and he's willing to take my career to the next level. And the 3rd of September is the first show in Limerick City, so it's a huge relief, and I can just relax now and enjoy my training.
And when you say worry, Willie, I mean, there was so little happening in boxing, you know. I said it was that concern that that's if you know you're not going to basically, I suppose the whole Irish boxing thing had slowed down.
Definitely, big time. And this is what I was worried about, because I mean, when you're boxing, you know, you've no other income coming in, you know, you've no sponsors, and I mean, you're making a living off of what you're getting in boxing, like, you know what I mean. And like, if I don't fight again all this year, like, you know, the Dolphil bob that you do be getting will be gone anyway, like, you know, because you're going to spend it because you need to live off it. So I think in that kind of sense, it's a little bit of a relief as well, is that I have financial backing now in Gary Hyde, like, you know, and he's a big promoter, he's well known all over, a big manager, he's well known all over, he's well known over in the States, everywhere, and hopefully, like, you know, we'll move on to bigger and better things.
I suppose, you know, it's strange. Gary is Guillermo Rigondeaux's manager, who obviously you boxed for the world title back in March in the City West. And I suppose, obviously, you know, you didn't win that fight, but it must be an honour that, you know, you box Rigondeaux, he stops you in the 4th round, and a couple of months later his manager comes back and signs up.
This is the little thing that gives me a little bit of boost of confidence as well. It's the fact that Gary Hyde is after coming back and wanting and willing to sign me and everything else, right, and get me fights and everything else, even though he saw what Rigondeaux did to me in the 1st round, in 1 round, and Gary Hyde still came on to me and was willing to sign me and put a contract on the table. And like, I mean, that's a huge confidence for me as well, knowing that Gary knows that, like, what happened, and it can happen to any fighter out there, and any fighter that thinks otherwise is a fool. They think that no matter who you are or how good you are, it can happen. A journeyman can knock you out as well. So don't ever think that he can't. Don't ever take anyone for granted. But Gary sees something in me that I have in myself, and that I believe in myself. And Gary saw that, and he came on. He was willing to sign me, you know. So like, I mean, it's a huge confidence, like, you know.
So obviously as well, it's, I mean, you know, for yourself, it's a complete new start. Obviously, you've decided it's, you know, new management, promotion, and training as well. You're going to change trainers.
Everything across the board. I think, look, Phil Sutcliffe is a great trainer. I think, to be honest, I don't think there's anyone out there like him. To be honest, I think he's a great trainer. Joe Clifford was an excellent strength and conditioning coach, bandage man, whatever. Like, you know, they had the whole pack there. With all the lads, we had a great team together. Everything went well. Unfortunately, Dan pulled out in the end due to his own family ties at home and stuff, you know, and his own businesses, and he had to pull out. So, with no financial backing, I had to make a new decision, and this was to move on. And with training and trainers and everything else, I'm going to move everything. I'm going to change everything. I'm just going to give everything a new change and see how I get on. See if I can learn anything different. Like, you know, like, I mean, I have great respect for Phil and everything else. He taught me a lot. He took me in, like, you know, when I couldn't even throw a jab straight, like, not learn to throw a punch straight, a combination, like, you know, and he taught me a lot. So I'm hoping, you know, my new trainers now, I'm going to be trained now up in the north by Paul McCullough and his team up there. So I'm going to give them a try out and see how we get on with him. Hopefully, if all goes well, I won't have to change him. But at the one time, hopefully Phil Sutcliffe will always be there as well, like, if things don't work out, like, you know.